Alright guys, before we start doing anything here, we're going to make sure we're wearing the proper PPE. I got my welding beanie, I got my safety glasses, I've got proper boots on. This gas hose comes from the back of the machine here. It's probably hard for you to see, but it comes out of the machine, and then we're going to come plug it into our regulator right here. We're going to make sure this is a nice tight connection so we don't get any leaks. Gonna squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You got that wrench right there. Okay, make sure it's the proper size. We're just going to tighten that on here. Not too tight, just tight enough. Okay, snug and a tug right there. All that good. We're gonna plug our machine in here. We got our nice big 250 volt plug right here into the wall. Nice, give that a little twist. This is our filler material. It's a 0.35 wire. It's a ER70S-6. Take note of the hole right here. Gonna make sure that this hole and this nub are nice and snug here. So we're gonna put that on right there. Feeds nicely into there. Our wire is gonna feed from the bottom here. It's gonna go right into our drive tray. And then we got our clamp right here. We're gonna put that on right there. Make sure that snaps into position. That's not going anywhere.
Our drive roll assembly, we have our 4 rollers. We wanna make sure that they line up with our wire, which is 035. This is our assembly right here. Each one has 3 notches. Line the rollers up with it, and they just slide on. And then you walk. Now this is the end of our MIG gun. You plug it in right here and make sure it's in tight to ensure we have proper gas flow, and tighten it up here. And this plug right here is what controls our trigger and tells the machine to feed wire. So it just plugs in here and twists on. To feed the wire through the machine, make sure you have the tension tight so it doesn't spring out, and just feed it through the guides. Make sure it comes through. It won't be perfect, so you're gonna have to guide it through this. Onto the next one, and make sure it makes its way into the gun liner, and you're all set to go.
Now we're gonna turn the machine on. Give that just a second here while that warms up here. Okay, now there's this jog button right here. If we could hold that out straight for me. And then I'm just gonna run jog here, and that's feeding the wire all the way down to the end of our gun. It's probably gonna take a second. Alright, we got our wire fed through here. We have our gas diffuser. It's unscrewed right here just for demonstration purposes, but these holes all the way around, that's what our shielding gas comes out of. That's what's gonna protect our arc. That's what's gonna protect our bead. We're gonna screw this down by hand, just as tight as we can get it. Okay, almost right there. I'm gonna grab my whelpers right here. Just give that just one more, just a snug and a tug right there, boom. Then over here we got our insulator. That goes over top right here. We're gonna screw that down as well. Just by hand is fine, right there, nice and tight. We got our contact tip, 035, right size wire. I'm gonna screw that down as well. Give that one by hand, and then also just one more with the whelpers, just a little snug. And then we got our nozzle that goes right over the top of everything here. Get that on there. Screw that down. It's being a little funky with me, but there we go. Okay, and then we'll just have our wire sticking out here. Probably need to extend it just a little bit, but we're all set.
Alright, so here we are going to set our machine for pulse settings. We are going to start with pressing the setup button, turning our knob on the volts, and now we are on pulse. We are going to come down here and switch this to pulse as well, close this up, and then turn our setup off, and turn this. We're going to run at about 48 volts and 250 wire speed.
Our last step before getting ready to weld is to plug our work cable into the negative terminal.
This is our gas manifold. We have it off right now. Turn it on. It's an argon-rich mix. That comes into the back of the machine right here. We're all plugged in already.
Alright, today I'm going to start off by getting my PPE, my MIG gloves on, got my welding cap, my FR jacket, and my hood. We're gonna turn the machine on. And now we're gonna turn our gas on, bring this down, open this valve. And for this process that we are running, we want to have 35 CFH on our regulator. You'll want to hold your gun at a 45-degree angle, coming in.